changing my voice. Obviously, I'm not gay, and they do immature things to confuse you. They try to make it so I sound gay, weird, what have you. I'll never be gay, and LGBT spirits will never be allowed into heaven. The governing class has no power whatsoever, no true power. And the Bible does not revolve around the Jews or the whites or the LGBT community. It is superimposed on reality, which revolves around the Royal African Falcon Martial Art Order. It's God and the Royal African Falcon Martial Art Order. Everyone who cheated me out of my right to lead is in a lot of trouble. Hopefully, sometime today, they'll finish screening me out, as they've been saying. And if not, almost certainly tomorrow. But if that doesn't happen, it doesn't really matter, because certainly it should be shortly. As my other main predictions are right, I predict that they will not meet my bare minimum requirements. The simple answer is that there are different species than I am, and there are different species than most of you. And their species is something like a Down syndrome, rich, arrogant species, narcissists, very cocky people, some military type people to some degree, but cocky social club people. You have the kind of nerds like Bezos, and you have sororities and fraternity-like characteristics in some of these rich people. And they failed themselves and the planet and their offspring to the extreme. Yesterday we had a family meeting, and my older brother was trying to kind of express disapproval in a sort of subtle way, we'll say. I mean, not so subtle, but aspects of it were subtle. It seems like he sees that my flesh will be dead sometime soon, and he's angry about it. My little brother is playing it more cool. My parents and my family should be moving out, but maybe they'll receive money from the people who've been promising them money for a long time. They actually have a contract with them, but that's not meeting my requirements. The way the contract was written is that, according to them, I didn't see the contract myself, and they might be making this up for various reasons. The way it is written, it is written as a loan instead of an investment, which is very suspicious, as they've been kind of directing my family to kind of, I'll wait till this ambulance goes by here. That's interesting. It turned off its sirens right about the time it was in front of me, and turned it back on. And turned it back on anyway. So they signed a contract, and before that, for the last maybe 24 years or so, the CIA and groups like that have been leading my parents on. In fact, it's more than that, actually. Yeah, it probably goes back to the last 26 or 27 years in terms of this, their company that they're trying to start off, and it cost them millions of dollars and so on and so forth. Me personally, I don't care. I've lived in an expensive house, I've had the expensive car, what have you. Those things are nothing. I can imagine the worms who are quote unquote rich, who are just some kind of geek, somebody's bitch in a cult, in a fraternity, following rules that are made for complete cowards, betas, punks. Can't imagine them thinking that they're doing something just because they got money in a country where there's 22.5 millionaires and billionaires. It's going to be 22.5 million millionaires and billionaires. So let's really quickly look at how the Bible story actually ended. And I wrote another ending for Revelation 20, though this first paper, which I do not specifically specify Revelation 20 on, covers it well, right? It covers the kind of essence of what happens in the end. So actually we'll do that in the next video here.